Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see today, I'm doing a story time video. You guys liked my first one so much, loved hearing all the drama, so I decided I have to do another one. Something a little more relevant, which is in my plus size modeling. Have to give you guys the tea. It's just a real ass story, and I know a lot of you who are watching are either plus size models yourself in the industry or whatever. And so I know this is gonna kind of like shock some of you guys, and other people are gonna think it's funny. Some people think it'll be like controversial, just be like whatever. But I am ready. So I'm ready to fill you in on all the tea. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, I'm Hayley. Welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, thank you for watching again, and let's get started. Just for starters, I'm gonna say, obviously I am not gonna name the real company. I don't wanna get in any trouble. I don't wanna, get into legals, whatever. I had a contract with them, so I'm not gonna say any specific names. In that aspect, I'll be kind of vague, whatever. So let's call the company Plus Size For You. I first heard about Plus Size For You from a friend. She was like, oh, Plus Size For You is having an event. You should come through, check it out. Like, it's gonna be like the next plus size brand clothing, like the hot store, like come to the event, check it out. And I was like, I'm an influencer, so it only makes sense. I go to the event, see my other influencer friends and models, and make that connection. Check out the clothes, see if I like it or not. So I went to the event, and the event was really fun, and it was really like happening and popping. And my friend, like a lot of my friends were there, and I met the owner. We'll call the owner Jackie. And Jackie was really nice. She seemed like a really hardworking person, and I really admired the person Jackie was. Jackie asked for my number, and I was like, yeah, sure, here it is, blah, blah, blah. I want to say about like the next day, Jackie hit me up and was like, hey, would you like to model for us? And I was like, yeah, like totally. Like I ended up really liking their stuff. It was really cute. So I was like, yeah, like I'll totally model for you guys, whatever. Fast forward like a week later, I come to set. It's like really early in the morning. Everyone's there though, things are getting done. Jackie was like, can you fill this out? Can you do this, this and that? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we get done with that, and I get into hair and makeup, and everything was like running really smooth, and it was fine and going good. Fast forward, there's like, I think 2 other models there or something, or a few more models. We were ready and clothed, and we were taking pictures. Mind you, like, let's keep in mind, when I say heels through this story, I'm talking about like skinny, like 6-inch heels. Like, I'm not talking about like little kitten heels or fat wedges. Like, I'm talking stilettos. So the first look comes up, and she wanted all the girls in stilettos, which is like great, whatever, you're modeling, you do what you have to do. So we're all in stilettos, and we're shooting, and then like after like 20 minutes, me and the other girls were like done, right? Like, let's just be real. Most big girls like can't do the stilettos, and I swear to you, the girls on Instagram, plus size girls, they are taking off those shoes and they are just doing it for the gram. Because let me tell you, 6-inch stilettos, no, not if I'm trying to walk in those all night, unless I'm going to something important. But anyways, we're in our stilettos, and we're like, they're reviewing pictures for about like 10 minutes. So me and the other girl go to sit down because they're still reviewing pictures. Meanwhile, like, I hear this woman's just like, is just being like super rude to like her entire staff. And I can't really hear it fully, so I'm just like, okay, maybe someone did something wrong, whatever, like I'm not gonna be the judge, just like kept going about my business. So we sat down, and all of a sudden they came over and they're like, no, you're not allowed to say, don't say it. And we're like, that's so weird. So I was like, maybe it's just like this outfit, maybe it's just the look, we'll see, okay. So we keep shooting through the day, and we're just going outfit through outfit. They're like, hurry, come on, let's go, blah, blah, blah. They're like rushing the whole thing, which sometimes like shoots are rushed. I get it, I just go with the flow, whatever. Things just got worse that day. So we're shooting, and we sit down again at one point, like they're like, okay, we're gonna take like a 10-minute break, whatever. And we sat down, and the girl came over to us and was like,
you cannot sit, like no sitting at all.
and I'm just thinking, like, it's like 76 degrees and we were in a warehouse and there's no air, we're in like 7-inch heels. I'm trying to sit down. So of course, like, I was just like leaning on stuff. It was just like ridiculous. So that was the first thing that was just like, whatever. And then she like turns to the photographer and she's like,
what are these photos?
and the photographer was like, well, this is what you asked for, blah, blah, blah. And she's like,
These look like there's like it's all what have you guys been doing?
and just like told every single person in that room that they were just like complete and I was like, oh my God. So I just wasn't having good vibes. I'm a very energetic person in the sense like energy affects me really easily. So when I'm in a room of like 10 plus people and the energy is not good, like I don't feel good, like I feel physically sick. It's wrapping up towards the end of the day and I had to leave early because I had another meeting I had to go to. So I stayed an extra hour over the time that I said I was gonna stay. It had been about like 8 hours, almost like a full day already. They had no break, no lunch already, and they had no lunch on site, no nothing. And the photographer, the assistants, and the other models were like, well, can we take a lunch break? Jackie was just like,
okay, you can take a lunch break.
mind you, it's been like 8 hours. And she's like,
but only for 30 minutes and everyone needs to hurry up.
I was just like shocked. That's just not how you treat your staff. How you want to treat your staff is how you treat your business. You want it to grow and thrive, and this was just like, it wasn't the mood. So after I left that day, I was pretty like, I don't know how I felt about it. I didn't know what to think, but I had already had more shoots planned with them. So I was like, you know, today I'm gonna chalk it up to, it was a bad day. It happened. So maybe they just weren't having a good day. This isn't how they usually are. And I was just gonna be like, okay, like let it go. So the next time I saw them and shot for them, it was a very brief period of time. So things didn't they didn't seem too angry, but they weren't like in the greatest mood. It was all just, it was again very rushed, very not like planned. But the day was only a few hours, so it just went really by and there was like nothing to it really. So I left and I was like, whatever, you know, it wasn't too crazy. Maybe I was right. Maybe that day was just like a bad day. So then I get a call from my friend. I'll call her Cinderella for fun. So I get a phone call from my friend Cinderella, the one who had originally introduced me to the whole brand. And she told me that she had been working for the company and basically she was not getting paid like a fair wage. She was working like 18-hour days, like almost 7 days a week. It was wrecking her relationships with people. She wasn't getting any sleep. She didn't have a car at the time. It was just madness. And this Jackie, the boss, was just like,
who cares? I don't care. This is my brand. You need to do whatever you need to do.
and Cinderella was always like trying to be so sympathetic for her and give her the benefit of the doubt. Then one day she called me and she was just so upset and I was just like, what's going on? There was a shoot that had gone on and in front of all the other models, in front of other important people, she was just degrading her, like telling her like,
oh, that looks horrible. That looks horrible.
She had even told me before, she had looked at the look and was like,
who wants to look like that? Like she looks like.
And I was just like, oh my God. So I just, you can say something to someone without being like
a total bitch.
So I was just like, at the end of the day, there's a difference between saying something in a way that gets corrected and no one's offended, and there's another difference between just being a bitch, and then there's a total difference between just being unprofessional. And everything about this company was unprofessional, everything. But it was all like running through Jackie. So, fast forward, Cinderella calls me. She was basically degraded in front of a bunch of people. This isn't the first event that it happened. I've been at other events where she had just treated her like and I just kept telling her like, you need to get out, you need to get out. And she's like, no, like I understand, like when you start a business, and I'm just like telling her, no, 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 no. So fast forward, the last shoot I did for them at all. It was a beach shoot. Things were a little crazy in the morning, you know, but they worked out and it was all good vibes. The day was working somewhat fine, and then we got to the beach shots. this was the final straw. Basically, me and a few of the other models that were modeling in this beach scene were modeling, doing our thing. And Jackie was there, obviously supervising. She was watching the photographer shooting us, normal boss stuff. And Jackie just, took it a little too far. We were at the beach and we were all posing together, and she just started yelling out like crazy things. And she was like,
Start posing like the skinny girls. You guys need to look like the skinny girls. Are the skinny girls doing this in the magazine? Are the skinny girls doing this? Like, do the skinny girls look like this in the magazine? I need these girls to look like...
She repeated it so much. One of the models was like getting angry. To me, like, you can almost not do anything when someone just says stuff like that. That's stupid. You just kind of have to like be like, oh my God, did they really just say that? And she was just getting angry, and other people thought it was funny, but it's not funny. Like, we as a plus size community, like, I think we're trying to normalize our bodies with all body types, but at the same time, I don't think we don't need to look like the skinny girls. Like, that is the whole idea of the that is the whole idea of the plus size industry, is, so that we can be curvy and be proud of who we are and not look like the skinny girls. So the more she yelled that out to us, the more it was just like
really annoying.
The shoot finally ends and she's finally done with this whole like everyone needs to look like the skinny girl stuff. I get a phone call a couple days later and it's my friend Cinderella. Cinderella is like, hey, I have to tell you something. And I was like, oh my God, what? She's like, I stopped working with Plus Size For You and Jackie. And I was like, oh my God, like what happened? Like what was the final straw? The nicest girl in the world, like what was it that like pushed this girl over the edge? And she was basically like, all the beach photos, the beach photos. So I was like, yeah, like we looked so cute, I love them. She's like, well, we went back to the office and she looked at all them all and was like,
all of your bodies look like pieces of
she's like,
what am I gonna do with these? Your bodies all look horrible. Like, I'm gonna have to Photoshop the out of them.
The reason why I had this phone call with her was because I got a photo sent to me from the shoot and it was not my body. Basically, like you'd see one photo and then you saw this other photo and you were like, where did my hips go? Where did my ass go? That's not my body. And it's different if I want to Photoshop my body on my Instagram, or if a company wants to Photoshop like a sore or a scab or a bruise or something like that. But if you are selling clothes, get the size model you want. To me, if I post that on my Instagram or my website, the customer, my follower, whoever is not going to know that that's the size. They're gonna get the bathing suit and think like, oh, that's my body type. That's what she looks like in the swimsuit. That's what I'm gonna look in the swimsuit. But that's not how I look in the swimsuit. So it was just like I wasn't consented about that. And I guess like in a sense like companies would do whatever they want with the photos, but the main motive backing it up was when I called my friend Cinderella and was like,
Cinderella, why is my body so photoshopped in this photo? Like what is going on here?
She was like, yep. She's like, she said we all looked like she hated our bodies and that all the footage was useless. Like this whole like 12-hour day was literally about to like go in the trash because she thought we were all too fat and this and that. Mind you, I mean, I'm not saying you need to lose weight for like a swimsuit shoot, but we weren't told that we were shooting swimsuit. And when we were there, we thought we were doing like a whole different thing. So like no one even had like their legs shaved. No one was like lotioned up, like no one was ready for a beach shoot. So it was just like all so insane to me. And that was just like the last straw. All the things she had said, degrading her staff, degrading them in front of models and people that she hired, telling them their work was telling them they were telling them they looked like and how I see it between all of her comments, it looks like she just wants to cash in on the plus size industry. And it's America, whatever, you can make your money and monopolize on whatever you want. But I think in some industries, if you're not really sincere about what you're selling and passionate, it's gonna show through. So right now, you know, the company could thrive forever. Like, I could be wrong, you know, and she, Jackie, and Plus Size For You or whatever could be billionaires one day, whatevs. Or they could lose everything. I've heard some really other bad stories about Jackie and her Plus past adventures. And it sounds like her attitude and the way she treats people is just constantly getting her in trouble with her businesses and her life. And you'd think someone like that wants to have such, like, in the plus size industry, we're so positive. We're so like, accept your body, accept this and that. And to sell clothes and then like cut 20 pounds off your model and say like, oh, that's a 3X, like that's not a 3X. You're telling a size 24 girl that she's gonna fit into a size 16 shirt. Like, that's not happening. It's morally a problem for me that she wants to yell at us and tell us to be skinny girls, and I'm just like, I'm not having it. I made the vow, like I'm personally never gonna work with that company again just because I can't stand behind someone who basically hates what they're selling. I mean, it's like selling purple backpacks and saying that you hate the color purple. Like, what are you doing? Like, go find a backpack in a color you do like. Like, this business is not for her. And I know that a lot of the models and photographers and people know now about her. So I've heard like people aren't really trying to work with her. You know, I don't want to be like a bitch and say that's a good thing, but I definitely don't think we need that energy in our industry. So, in conclusion, I had to tell you guys this story because it was like a nightmare.
I couldn't sit, I couldn't eat, I couldn't do anything with the clothes.
Forced to like wear these very painful shoes. And I'm telling you guys, I most can suck it up for like hours and hours. But when it pushes 8 hours and you're like in things that make you want to scream.
And you're not able to sit or drink water or go to the bathroom. I wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom at certain points. Like, you see, you guys, I could just go on and on.
It's not real, it's not authentic. I had to tell you guys this story. It was
blowing my mind.
The moral of the story is, there's a few morals to this story. One, I'm gonna make sure I always keep it real with you guys so you never go on my gram and you're like, oh, that's what size she is, that's what size I am. Like, I'm always gonna be true to you guys and tell you like, this is the size, this is what's happening. I won't post a company that I don't like their stuff. Like, that's not gonna happen. The next moral of the story is like, be true to yourself, you guys. Don't sell out. Like, stay passionate, do what you want, be in the industry you want. Don't sell out for the money because I'm telling you it's not worth it. Like, your company will crash, your business will crash, your brand will crash, you will lose everything just not being a genuine person. I just think at the end of the day, I love the plus size industry. You don't need to look like a skinny girl. Stay true to yourself, look how you want. You know, if you want to put your belly out there, put your belly out there. You want to let your arms fly, let your arms fly. You want to have cellulite on your ass, girl, you have that cellulite on your ass. You don't need to Photoshop it. Go curvy, girls. Loves it. So that is my story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what was your favorite part, what you hated, what made you upset. I want to hear it. But that is all the tea, that is all the drama for today. Hopefully I will have another story time video for you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.